Krillin says, "Why did you do that, Piccolo?" Tenshinhan, Dende modify the time room so that day on Earth becomes 10 years inside the time room. Not only that, I modify the room so that no one can leave like Majin Buu and Goten did in case something bad happens again. Piccolo locked Goku to his fate. Had no way out. Piccolo says, "Shut up. You should thank me. Krillin, you of all people know what Frieza is capable of. Goku just wanted to see how far Frieza could go and then fight him. You all know Goku. I can't let their whims destroy the world. Whatever has to happen inside that room will happen. I'll go get the Dragon Spheres to get Goku out of the room. The next day, while they will have to fix their problem inside." Dende says, "That's a very good idea, Mr. Piccolo." On the planet of Beerus, Beerus would find hhimself eating pizza in the middle of his workout. Whis says, "That was it? He trained for a few minutes and started eating pizza?" Beerus replies, "I can't keep training on an empty stomach." Whis would bow his head in disappointment. Garo would say, "Hello, Beerus." Whis would say, "Mr. Beerus." Beerus would say, "But look who we have here." "Good afternoon, Mr. Whis. I'm glad to see you again." Whis would be surprised. "Good afternoon. I'm glad to see you too." "What is the education? Who do you want to fool?" "What's wrong? I just came to visit them." "Just as you visited Champa and then beat him up?" Garo says, "Vados asked me many times to be the god of destroyer of the Universe 6. As I refused, now that position belongs to Champa. I just wanted to test his power." Beerus would get nervous and say, "I understand that a large majority of angels proposed you to be a destructive god, but you rejected everyone." Garo says, "It's true, I rejected them because I don't want to be a dog of Daishinkan and Zenosama like you are." Beerus would begin to get angry at Garo's words. "Then why are you wearing those clothes?" "An angel gave it to me to consider being a god destroyer. Clearly I refused, but I really like these clothes, and I kept them." Beerus says, "Then tell me, what purpose do you have in this universe?" "I want to meet Goku, the warrior who led your universe to victory in the Tournament of Power." In the same moment, Vegeta arrives where Beerus and the others are. Vegeta says, "Mr. Beerus, I was able to master that power." Beerus says, "Seriously? Let's see if it's true." Beerus throws a stone in the air. Vegeta disintegrates the stone using destructive force. Vegeta says, "Good afternoon. I imagine you are a guest of Mr. Beerus. Judging by your attire, might say that you are a destructive god." Beerus says, "He's not a destructive god. He simply wears one's clothes." Garo says, "I feel a divine power within you. How is that possible?" Whis says, "Mr. Vegeta was one of the participants in the Tournament of Power. Now he is a pupil of Lord Beerus, and he is gradually attaching himself to divinity. I feel a powerful presence. He has a ki as great as Lord Beerus himself." Garo says, "Mortal, face me. I want to see how strong are the warriors of Universe 7. Whis says, "This would be a great opportunity for you to test your new Vegeta powers." Vegeta says, "It's true. I was thinking of going to Earth and facing Kakarot, but this is also a very good opportunity. Mr. Garo, I accept this fight." Beerus would only ignore the moment. Vegeta uses Super Saiyan. Vegeta says, "Very well. I will start fighting." Whis says, "Mr. Vegeta, do not even think of underestimating Mr. Garo. Using the normal Super Saiyan would cost you dearly." Vegeta would get nervous and say, "In that case..." Vegeta uses blue transformation. Vegeta throws himself to hit Garo, but he fails to connect a single blow. Garo says, "I must admit that in order not to be a god, you are something strong, but you still have a long way to go." Garo would use a single finger to hit Vegeta. He falls to the floor in an unconscious base form. Garo says, "I expected something better from this subject being the disciple of Beerus." Beerus says, "This idiot trusted himself and did not use the new transformation I taught him." Garo says, "A defeat is a defeat." Suddenly, Garo would notice a strange smell that would look at a large number of boxes on the floor. Garo approaches, opening one of the boxes and says, "What is this?" This comes in a square box, in the form of a circle with triangle portions. Whis says, "That's pizza. Food belonging to this universe, located on planet Earth." Garo says, "Can I try it?" Beerus would smile. "These are some of the benefits of being a destructive god. Go ahead and try it. Just be careful. You could die for its great taste." Garo says, "Don't say stupid things." Garo tries the pizza. Garo would get a huge explosion of mixed flavors and feelings. "Not bad at all. That is just one of the many dishes that exist on planet Earth. Garo, hearing that, would ask Whis to take him to Earth so he could taste all the delicious food that exists in the place. Whis, of course, after all, you are a great friend of Mr. Beerus from childhood. Time room. Goku would say, "Curse this time, Piccolo. Did go over the line." Frieza would put on a face of displeasure and say, "Your stupid green friend destroyed the entrance of this place. Imagine there is some way out." Goku says, "There is no way out that door. It is the only thing that connects to this dimension." Frieza says, "I refuse to be here with you. I'll find a way out." Goku says, "I already told you that there is no other way out. If you go too far away, you could get lost. In this place, there are no limits. Getting lost is like signing your death sentence." Frieza says, "Damn, Namekian. I swear that when I leave this place, I will kill him." Goku says, "Calm down. Surely they will find a way to get us out of here. Maybe they look for the dragon spheres." Frieza says, "While they do that, it can spend a lot of time here inside. I refuse to be locked up here with you." Frieza would gradually move away. Goku would say, "You're stubborn. You'll get lost if you move away." Frieza says, "Lose me. Remember who you're talking to. I've traveled much worse dimensions than this." Frieza disappears from the view of Goku and says, "I think it will be possible to get along with Frieza." Curse. When I leave here, I will teach Piccolo a lesson. They would spend several hours inside the room. Goku would say that Frieza is a fool, sure to be lost. Well, I will not waste time and I will start training. Now at Capsule Corporation. Bulma would find herself brewing a small party celebrating Trunks' birthday. Bulma would only be waiting for the guests, when suddenly Whis appears with Beerus. Bulma would quickly become aware of Garo's presence. Whis would say, "Good afternoon, Miss Bulma." "Oh, hello, Mr. Whis. I want to ask you something." "Ask me something?" "That's right. But before that, lead Vegeta to recover." Whis with his staff makes Vegeta appear fainted. Bulma would be surprised at what Whis would reassure her by telling her that she fainted from training. Bulma takes Vegeta to bed, quickly returning with the deities, and says, "I see they brought a special friend. Who is he?" Garo says, "Good afternoon, miss. My name is Garo. I am an old friend of Beerus. We come here to try the delicious food they prepare on this planet. It is as you hear, it is that we came as a favor to ask you." Bulma replies, "Fence, but the education. Although he looks very much like Mr. Beerus, his education is higher." Beerus says, "How dare you say that?" Garo says, "Ha ha ha. In that you are right. And not only in that, I'm also superior in all aspects." Bulma says, "What? Then you're stronger than Mr. Beerus?" Whis says, "Ha ha ha. When they were just kids and playing wrestling, Garo always came out on top." To which Beerus replied, "At that time we were just kids. My current power has nothing to do with what it was back then." Garo, seriously staring at Beerus, would say, "How about we face each other in a fight and see once and for all who is stronger?" Beerus would say, "It is clear that I am going to be a winner. Let me tell you that I am not as weak as Champa." Beerus and Garo would raise their power. Bulma would get frightened by the intense aura. Bulma immediately runs out of the place, returning with dishes of pudding. Bulma says, "Look what I have for you. Don't fight. Today's my son Trunks' birthday, so there's a lot of food." Beerus and Garo would notice the rich aroma. Garo would say, "This looks delicious. What do you say it is?" Beerus would say, "It's called pudding. It's one of my favorite dishes." They were almost about to fight, and now they're eating from the same plate. They seem not to get along so badly at the end of everything. Bulma would realize that she would have to keep an eye on Beerus and Garo at all times. "I have to prepare the biggest feast of food for these two, otherwise planet Earth could be harmed." In the time room, Goku would say, "I've tried to open a dimension as Goten and Trunks had done when they were locked with Majin Buu, but it is impossible. Apparently Dende also modified the room so that no one can leave as the children did. I imagine Frieza really got lost. It's been a few weeks and still doesn't come back. I'll continue trading." Suddenly Frieza appears. Goku says, "For a moment I thought you were lost." Frieza says, "It is as you said. This dimension has no limits. I have not found any way out." Goku says, "I told you, but you're stubborn." Frieza would be upset and say, "Damn, I will have to live with you until I get out of here." Goku says, "Frieza, I know you don't like me, but while we are locked in this place, we should help each other to train and overcome our limits. I imagine you want to become stronger to overcome my Ultra Instinct power, or am I wrong?" "Coldness, something annoying, I would say." Frieza would continue, "Okay, this time you'll be my training partner, but I warn you something. Once I leave this room, this truce will end." 5 years would pass quickly inside the time room. Goku would be fighting Frieza in his incomplete Ultra Instinct form. Goku would say, "I'm amazed how your golden form is able to cope with the Ultra Instinct. You've become very strong." Frieza laughs evilly. "You haven't seen anything yet." Frieza hits Goku, knocking him unconscious in his base form.